Hi everybody, this is Miss Sarah. I am a teacher with Community Works, and I usually bring my pink ukulele to schools to play with everybody, but today we're going to be doing a craft at home, and then we're going to be reading a book, and the craft is going to look like this, and we're going to be doing something called weaving. I wrote it here for y'all. Let's see. There we go. So you can see it right. And then afterwards, we're going to read this book called One Fish, Two Fish. So since it's springtime, we're going to be doing a fish themed project. For y'all. So I'm gonna show you our supplies list here of what you're gonna need in order to be successful. First, you're gonna need some scissors, and then you're going to need glue, a glue stick. If you don't have a glue stick, you can also use tape or Elmer's glue. And you also need construction paper, 2 pieces. And if you don't have construction paper, you can use computer paper or notebook paper. Preferably these main supplies that you see here, the first ones in big letters. Then you'll need a pencil, and if you've got crayons or colored pencils or markers, you will also need that. Okay. The first thing you're going to do once you've got your piece of paper, I'm using white paper so that I can have another color paper to weave in between the white paper. But you can also use a different color if you don't have white. But we're going to go with white for now. And first thing that you're going to do is fold your paper in half, hot dog style. Fold it in half. Maybe you need to lay it on the table so that you can fold it evenly. And when you fold it in half on the table, you're going to leave some space at the top so it's not folded exactly in half. So as you can see, I've left about a finger's length of space at the top. And then you fold it. So after you folded it in half with the finger space length at the top, you're going to get your pencil. I have a pen, but I prefer that you all use a pencil in case you need to erase. And you're going to start from about a finger's length in on each side. And you're going to draw, and it's going to look like a line going to the top of a volcano. So let me show you. It's going to be a curved line. So the line is about a finger's length in, and it's going to be like a nice curved line. And then see, notice how at the top the line is not touching? The 2 lines are not touching because we're going to draw lines out from the top. And those lines going out from each side should line up just about with the start of your lines from the bottom. That's how I like to gauge it. The lines from the top end just about where the lines from the bottom start. Then you're going to cut on the lines. So if you need help cutting, you can get a friend or guardian to help you cut on the lines. And we're going to go right along the outside edges. just write on the lines that you've drawn. So then it should look like this. So when you have this side, you've got where you drew your line going up on each side, and it's kind of like a volcano exploding. So you've got your lines going up. Mine's a little bit, it's okay if it's not perfectly even. It's just fine. And then, so when you open it up, you've got your fish. And the fish has an open mouth. But we're gonna fold it back up because we're not quite done. So we're gonna fold it back up, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna draw a box. And I will show you what the box should look like before you draw it. I'm gonna show you. It's gonna be just like this. So you see how the box does not touch the edges. The box should not touch the edges of the fish. Because what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut the box into strips. And these strips are gonna make our loom for our fish. And the loom, so let me just show you how these strips of paper, you don't want to cut all the way up because we just want them to be little strips like this. That the lines should not be cut all the way up, because then we can open up and then we've got our loom. So that's for your first piece of paper. So find your second piece of paper. If you have different colored paper, go ahead and choose your favorite color. I have chosen red and blue because we're going to be reading a book called One Fish, Two Fish, Red Fish, Blue Fish. And so I've chosen red and blue. So what you need to do is, if you've got your piece of construction paper like this, you only need half of it. So go ahead, just like we started, fold it in half. But this time you're going to fold it in half evenly and cut. Cut on the crease. So then after you've cut it in half, you have your two halves. You only need one of them, and we're going to cut up and down long ways here. So we're going to make long strips. So we want it the tall ways. So as if you were holding your piece of construction paper, landscape style, not portrait style, but landscape style. So you're going to keep on cutting in strips. I already have some strips cut over here. So I'm just going to go ahead. If you need to pause the video to cut your strips, go ahead and do that. But I'm going to go ahead and show you how to weave your strips once you've got them cut. So take your fish and you're going to start over or under. So you can start from the bottom, and this is the part that you might need help from someone, a grown-up or an older sibling or an older friend that might need to help you. So basically we're weaving over, under, over, and under. So it started over, and then I'm going to show you there's a way to flip this around so you can watch what I'm doing. So basically, the first one started over. The next one starts under. So this one's over. This one starts under. So it's going to be opposite. But then you're going to go over, under, over, under, over, and there, that one's done. So go ahead and continue. I'm going to go ahead and do my whole thing. So that one started under, this one's going to start over the first piece. And if you need to pause, because I might be a little bit quicker because I've been practicing. So if you need to pause at any point, pause the video. Go ahead and do so. And then I probably got room for one more strip here. Over, under, over, under, over and under. See? There we've got our weaved fish. So we weaved the fish. So we interlaced the pieces of paper, but you can also weave using thread, yarn, or different strands and strips of different materials. So for example, here is these were weaved under, over, so anything that's interlaced together. So my fingers are weaved together. This basket, for example, has been weaved. So there's different things in your house that you might be able to find that have been weaved. This basket, they had some other sort of material here. And so you can make things, your clothing. This carpet was weaved with different fabrics. So you can make different things. If you know how to weave paper, you can make baskets, carpets, clothing. But let's get back to our fish. So what we're going to do next is we're going to go ahead and cut off the excess little strips that are sticking out here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut mine starting down here. Just cut off the little extra strips. Another thing you can do is, if you're really careful, you can maybe cut a little fin. At a diagonal. So you can do the same thing with the top. Cut off the extra strips. And then maybe cut a little fin. So he's got a little fin on this side, and then he's got a little fin going up. So you can keep those even longer. And then go ahead and get your glue stick and glue the edges down. So if you can see here, you're going to just take the edges and then glue the little pieces so that your weaved strips do not so that they do not come and fall loose. So just take your little pieces go underneath. And so then you might want to flip it over and do the other side too. So I'm just doing like a little dot and then pushing it down. If you've got tape, you can use tape. If you don't have a glue stick, or if you've got Elmer's glue, you can use Elmer's glue too. But preferably if you'd use a glue stick. So I'm using a glue stick. Alrighty. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to make the eye for our fish. So if you have black paper, you can use the black paper to cut a little circle like I have done here. So now I've got my new fish, and then I've got my other fish that I had a piece of black paper that I just cut in a circle. So, and for the strips of paper here, they're about a 1/2 inch to a full inch for cutting the strips. So you can see here, to cut the eye, we're just going to do a little circle. Doesn't have to be perfect. And then go ahead and glue your eye on there. And then you can put the glue right on the piece of paper. So this is the fish that we're still working on. It's there. And then you see how I had my other little piece, a white piece in the middle that is supposed to be the reflection off the eye. So if you've got another little piece of scrap paper, you can cut another tiny little circle. And if not, what you can do is just draw a circle and just draw the eye on there instead of gluing the pieces of paper. Maybe you like to draw eyes and you want to do that instead, and that's fine. So here's how mine looks with the so now I've got two very cute fish. So if you turn this over, so you have one side, I'm gonna go ahead and, if you were gonna draw your eye, just a circle. I'm using a pen, and then maybe draw a little white circle as the reflection, and then color around that white circle. Okay, so now I think we're almost ready to read the story. I'm gonna go ahead and flip us around here. And, okay, so we just made two fish. We've got a red fish and a blue fish. And if you don't want to do the fins, you can always just cut right on the edges. And if you want to, if you don't want to have the extra strips, you can cut them off. And if you want to, you can get your markers and crayons and color whatever you'd like. If you want to fill in, if you use white paper. And that's up to you. So now I'm going to go ahead and read this story to you all. And it's called One Fish, Two Fish. I'm going to have to flip this camera around again. One fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish. So we're gonna go ahead. Flip her around here. So Dr. Seuss was a author in the 20th century, and he wrote this story in 1960. So this book is 60 years old. This was actually my mom's book. Let me double check and see. Make sure y'all can see this. So this was my mom's book, very old book, from when she was a child. So we're gonna go ahead and read this. And this book uses lots of rhyming. So our last vocabulary word for the day is rhyme. This one right up here. And a lot of you may already have heard rhymes before, probably have, and they're words that end with the same sound. So listen for rhymes in one fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish. One fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish. Black fish, blue fish, old fish, new fish. This one has a little star, this one has a little car. Say, what a lot of fish there are. I'm just gonna double check. Some are red and some are blue, some are old and some are new. Some are sad and some are glad, and some are very, very bad. Why are they sad and glad and bad? I do not know. Go ask your dad. Some are thin and some are flat. The fat one has a yellow hat. From there to here, from here to there, funny things are everywhere. Here are some who like to run. They run for fun in the hot, hot sun. Oh me, oh my, oh me, oh my, what a lot of funny things go by. Some have 2 feet and some have 4. Some have 6 feet and some have more. Where do they come from? I can't say, but I bet they have come a long, long way. We see them come, we see them go. Some are fast and some are slow. Some are high and some are low. Not one of them is like another. Don't ask us why. Go ask your mother. Say, look at his fingers. 1, 2, 3. How many fingers do I see? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He has 11. 11? This is something new. I wish I had 11 too. Bump, bump, bump. Did you ever ride a wump? We have a wump with just 1 hump, but we know a man called Mr. Grump. Mr. Grump has a 7-hump wump. So if you like to bump, bump, just jump on the hump of the wump of Gump. Y'all hear any rhymes in there? Who am I? My name is Ned. I do not like my little bed. This is no good, this is not right. My feet stick out of bed all night. And when I pull them in, oh dear, my head sticks out of bed up here. We like our bike. It was made for 3. Our Mike sits up and back, you see. We like our Mike, and this is why. Mike does all the work when the hills get high. Hello there, Ned. How do you do? Tell tell me, what is new? How are things in your little bed? What is new? Please tell me, Ned. I do not like this bed at all. A lot of things have come to call. A cow, a dog, a cat, a mouse. Oh, what a bed! Oh, what a house! Oh dear, I cannot hear. Will you please come over near? Will you please look in my ear? There must be something there, I fear. Say, look, a bird was in your ear, but he is out, so have no fear. Again your ear can hear, my dear. My hat is old, my teeth are gold. I have a bird I like to hold. My shoe is off, my foot is cold. My shoe is off, my foot is cold. I have a bird I like to hold. My hat is old, my teeth are gold, and now my story is all told. We took a look, we saw a nook. On his head he had a hook. On his hook he had a book. On his book was how to cook. We saw him sit and try to cook. He took a look at the book on the hook, but a nook can't read, so a nook can't cook. So what good to a nook is a hook cook book? That one was tricky. The moon was out and we saw some sheep. We saw some sheep take a walk in their sleep. By the light of the moon, by the light of a star, they walked all night from near to far. I would never walk, I would take a car. I do not like this one so well. All he does is yell, yell, yell. I will not have this one about. When he comes in, I put him out. This one is quiet as a mouse. I like to have him in the house. At our house, we open cans. We have to open many cans, and that's why we have a Zans. A Zans for cans is very good. Have you a Zans for cans? You should. I like to box. How I like to box. So every day I box a gox. In yellow socks I box my gox. I box in yellow gox box socks. It is fun to sing. If you sing with a ying, my ying can sing like anything. I sing high and my ying sings low, and we are not too bad, you know. They're singing in the shower. This one I think is called a yink. He likes to wink. He likes to drink. He likes to drink and drink and drink. The thing he likes to drink is ink. The ink he likes to drink is pink. He likes to wink and drink pink ink. So, if you have a lot of ink, then you should get a yink, I think. Hop, 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 I am a yop. All I like to do is hop from finger top to finger top. A hop from left to right, and then, hop, hop, I hop right back again. I like to hop all day and night, from right to left and left to right. Why do I like to hop, hop, hop? I do not know. Go ask your pop. Brush, 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 comb, 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 comb. Blue hair is fun to brush and comb. All girls who like to brush and comb should have a pet like this at home. Who is this pet? Say, he is wet. You never yet met a pet, I bet, as wet as they let this wet pet get. Speaking of wet, it's raining out here. I'm out on my screen porch. Did you ever fly a kite in bed? Did you ever walk with 10 pets on your head? Did you ever milk this kind of cow? Well, we can do it. We know how. If you never did, you should. These things are fun, and fun is good. That's my favorite page. Hello, hello. Are you there? Hello. I called you up to say hello. I said hello. Can you hear me, Joe? Oh no, I cannot hear your call. I cannot hear your call at all. This is not good, and I know why. A mouse has cut the wire. Goodbye. There's the little mouse. From near to far, from here to there, funny things are everywhere. These yellow pets are called the Zetz. They have one hair up on their heads. Their hair grows fast, so fast they say they need a haircut every day. Who am I? My name is Ish. On my hand, I have a dish. I have this dish to help me wish. When I wish to make a wish, I wave my hand with a big swish, swish. Then I say, I wish for fish. And I get fish right on my dish. So if you wish to wish a wish, you may swish for fish with my ish wish dish. Here we are, back to our fish. I thought this story was supposed to be about fish, but now we've been all over the place, haven't we? At our house, we play out back. We play a game called Ring the Gak. Would you like to play this game? Come down. We have the only Gak in town. Look what we have found in the park, in the dark. We will take him home. We will call him Clark. That's one of my best friend's names. He will live at our house. He will grow and grow. Will our mother like this? We don't know. And now, good night. It is time to sleep, so we will sleep with our pet Zeek. Today is gone. Today was fun. Tomorrow is another one. Every day, from here to there, funny things are everywhere. All right, so that was one fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish. Let's go ahead and turn her around. So I want you all to think about what things can you find in your house that you can weave, or that you have that have been weaved, I should say. What things can you find in your house? Do you have any baskets or clothing? And maybe go back and see what your favorite character was in One Fish, Two Fish, Red Fish, Blue Fish. Okay, thank you all. Bye-bye.